Hello everyone, Kwame here. I hear a lot of people saying that the industrial hand is the best unarmed weapon in the game, which just isn't true. Sure, it has a stupid amount of DPS for an unarmed weapon, but what if I tell you that there is another insanely stupid unarmed weapon that can deal more than 100 damage per hit? The Super-Heated Saturnite Sat... Wait, hold up.
Super-Heated Saturnite Fist?
Yeah. The Super-Heated Saturnite Fist is an unarmed weapon in the Fallout New Vegas DLC Old World Blues. You first need to get the toaster module from the Cuckoo's Nest to turn on the toaster in the sink. Then you need a Saturnite Fist. Saturnite Fist, which is usually dropped from the lobotomite. Since killing the lobotomites is usually no sweat, it may just be difficult finding the fist. Then, you need to go to Toaster and engage in the following dialogue actions.
I am online once again! Tremble, world, before my electric heating coil of doom!
Just click on I'm almost afraid to ask what your function is.
You should be afraid! I am the scourge of all small appliances, and the boogeyman that keeps lesser toasters awake at night!
Then just click on what else do you do?
You want some weapon schematics? I can show you some fucking weapon schematics! You want a super-heated Saturnite Fist? I can hook that shit up!
Then just click on, you mean like this one?
Oh, baby. That is a thing of fucking beauty. Give it here. I'll soup it up for you. There you go. Have fun with that. Burn the fucking world for me.
Then just click, I have to go now.
Yes! Flee before my terrible power!
After all that, you finally got yourself the Super-Heated Saturnite Fist. Now, let's see a comparison of the Super-Heated Saturnite Fist and the Industrial Hand. Already, you can see some good qualities for the Super-Heated Saturnite Fist. First of all, the Super-Heated Saturnite Fist weighs 40% less than the Industrial Hand, has 2 less strength requirement points, and has a 27.5 damage increase. It also has a 16.25 decrease in AP cost, requires 20 less skill points to use, and has a critical heat damage of 2 HP per second for 5 seconds. The only redeeming quality of the Industrial Hand is that it has a 144% increase in DPS, and that it ignores enemies' damage resistance and damage threshold. Which isn't bad, it just gets annoying how everybody praises the weapon for its high DPS and its ability to ignore enemies' damage threshold and damage resistance, which is literally a perk for. Don't get me wrong, DPS is amazing, but here's the thing. Sometimes DPS doesn't matter in certain situations. Sure, you can clear crowds better, but wouldn't a higher damage weapon be better when you just one-shot everyone? Yeah, the Industrial Hand has a high amount of DPS, but its addition to its weight, more AP cost, which good fucking luck using this weapon, it doesn't even work in VATS. More skill requirement, the ability to not perform unarmed moves and power attacks, and the higher strength requirement really overshadows the better abilities of the Saturnite Fist. It's like choosing between the bush gun and 9mm submachine gun. Sure, the 9mm submachine gun has high DPS, but what's so wrong about just shooting everyone just one time? Rather just using like your entire clip to kill the enemy. Also, you can literally reach up to 104 damage per hit with the Super-Heated Saturnite Fist. I cleared up a whole Deathclaw territory with this weapon, with chems of course. I even one-shot the legendary Deathclaw in sneak mode. What weapons do you know that can one-shot the legendary Deathclaw? If you were to go up to any Deathclaw and attack with an Industrial Hand, first of all, it won't one-shot him, and second, if Deathclaw isn't killed right away, it alarms the Deathclaw and other Deathclaws around it. If you want to reach a stupid amount of damage for the Saturnite Fist, here is a guide on the Super-Heated Saturnite Fist build. The perk Bloody Mess raises the damage by 2.75 hit points, with 57.75 damage per hit. Pyromaniac raises the damage by 27.75 hit points, with 85.5 damage per hit. Heavy-Handed will raise the damage by 11 hit points, with 96.5 damage per hit. Keep in mind, though, Heavy-Handed decreases your critical damage for unarmed weapons. If you have all 3 Lord Death perks, your damage will be increased by 2.2 hit points, with 98.7 damage per hit. If you have a good karma and that level 50 thought you died, bases damage by 5.5 hit points, with 104.2 damage per hit. This roughly equals 177.14 damage per second. If you have the Slayer perk, your DPS will be increased by 27.24 hit points, with 204.38 damage per hit. With this all, you have a total of 104 damage per hit, with a DPS of 204. Also, is it me, or does the Industrial Hand has lower range than the Super-Heated Saturnite Fist? Like, I literally feel like there is less range on the Industrial Hand. Probably because you have to get right up their ass and stay there to do massive amount of damage. While the Super-Heated Saturnite Fist is more like a hit and run weapon. Meaning you could just hit your enemy and just run back, as shown here. In conclusion, the Super-Heated Saturnite Fist is the best unarmed weapon to use in-game. Am I saying the Industrial Hand is bad? Not exactly. It's good when you have a stupid-ass enemies like projectiles and ghouls. And the Super-Heated Saturnite Fist is pretty shitty when you have, like, no perks. But with the right perks, it could become a godly weapon. I'm tired of everyone saying it's the best unarmed weapon. It isn't, so just shut the hell up. Thanks, bro.